It's the In the Money podcast for the Wednesday card, the final week of the fall meet here at Keeneland. Tom Leach, along with Keeneland's director of simulcasting, Jim Goodman. Going to take a look at the feature race on the Wednesday card and the late pick four as well. Feature race is an allowance event on the turf. And, Jim, how'd you see this one?
Well, I'm going with Graham Motion. Is that a shock? He's had a really good meet. He's won 6 out of 24, and he seems to be getting hotter as the meet goes on.
Contending for the training title.
He is, and Edge of Reality seems to be in good shape here. Drawn outside, should be able to track the speed here, and the horse ran really well last out in the Alphabet Soup at Parks. And a lot of people throw out those Parks races, but that was Cotillion Pennsylvania Derby Day, and Alphabet Soup was a nice stakes race that we handicapped that day, and Edge of Reality won that at 3-1. Right before that, lost to a horse named Paige McKinney, who came back and ran in the Alphabet Soup, and then has won since then. So I think he's got a real shot here. And Rod Ortiz comes in to ride. I'm going to take Edge of Reality on top. Probably below the 8 Free World, Paco Lopez, Tom Amos. The horse got a huge buyer last time out. Going from a 42 to 103 is kind of screwy, but the 42 was on dirt. So 103 buyer on turf, backed up by 5 straight 90 buyers. So I think Free World's probably going to be the favorite. Monument Hill, the 3 horse, 12 to 1 for George Weaver. George Weaver doesn't bring many horses into Keeneland, and this horse is 7 for 27 lifetime, and ran behind Joe's Blazing Aaron at Saratoga this summer. So that's my top 3 picks. Probably Edge of Reality on top with Free World and Monument Hill, with as many as you can score in the third spot. Edge of Reality is my pick, though, in the 7th race at Keeneland.
Almost 2. I went with 2. I ended up going to Free World just because I think he's got a chance to control it with his speed, and Jock's riding really well at the meet and rides speed horses well. So I'm going to take Free World for those reasons, but in the pick 4, I'm going to spread this thing out because I like Edge of Reality, I like Monument Hill, I like Joe Ha, and the other one is Cyber Secret, who doesn't have a lot of experience on turf, but has a lot of class, back class. And if you go to the Keeneland website, there's a lot of great stuff on there, but one thing you can find is under the workouts, the In Today report, and it's comments from the Keeneland clockers who have taken note of particular horses doing really well, and then whatever day, each racing day, you get the In Today report. And so if you click on there, you'll see in this race, Cyber Secret has gotten some good comments for how well he's been working. So probably at a bit of a price, I'm going to throw him in as well. But my pick's going to be Free World, and I'll use him, key him in exactas with all the ones that I mentioned. As far as the pick 4, starts in the 5th race on Wednesday. Jack Tripp I like a lot in the first legs, which I'll just single. This horse narrowly lost to a promising Zito horse, a horse that Zito thinks could be a Derby horse for him. Jack Tripp narrowly lost on that opening weekend to him. So I see him winning this. And then I would take in the next race Eagle, One Go, All Go, I'll Be Fine, and Rod McLeod, 6-5-2-8. Eagle is the horse I've heard they're really high on from Neil Howard's barn, but not going to single or anything there. So I'm going to spread a little bit. Take all 5 of the ones I mentioned in the feature. And then in the last race, I ended up going to Know You Know, the 9. There's not much speed in here. This horse is coming off a maiden claiming win, and I normally wouldn't take it in that spot, but just because of the speed. But then you've got a couple of Kenny McPeak horses. The 1 and the 8 either could win, and then the 7 Barley Twist. So I'll use all 4 of those in the last leg. But starting out with a single, Jack Tripp in the 5th. What about you?
We did not talk about this beforehand, right?
Right.
So we are really close here. I'm going to single Jack Tripp as well. I thought that was the best bet of the day. Probably going to be not 9-5, more like 7-5 here with Lannery for Dale Roman. So I'm going to single the 5. A little bit of difference in the 6th race. I'm going to use It'll Be Fine, the 2, the 3 A Day in Paradise, the 5 One Go All Go, and the 6 Eagle. Pretty much the same horses that you discussed. And then the 7th race, the feature, the horses that I mentioned, I would go 4 deep here with the 3 Monument Hill, the 4 Hammer's Terror, who's a horse I didn't mention, but is going to get a lot of play with Le Peru. Never leave Le Peru out in the feature race of the day. The 8 Free World, and my top pick, the 11 Edge of Reality. In the last race, I went 1, 7, 8, 9. I think exactly the same horses you mentioned. The 1 for Kenny McPeak, and then the 3 horses Cordy Outside Barley Twist for Lannery and Romans, Ostentatious Me for Kenny McPeak, again, the 8, and Know You Now, the 9. So we're pretty much the same on pick 4, so we ought to kill that thing.
There we go. There's got to be a cinch, right?
That's right.
Good luck with your wagers on the Wednesday card, and we'll be back to take a look at the Thursday card on the next edition of the In the Money podcast for KeenelandSelect.com.